hope you enjoyed the Krause full-line video showcase. If you'd like to learn more about any of our products, we have videos and literature that we'd be happy to provide. Please contact your nearest dealer or call us directly at Krause.
Oh, hello there. I was just finishing up here. I got this video from my Krause dealer. You know, it's a good idea, these videos, a real time saver. Sure, I like to go to a trade show as much as the next guy, but my operation's gotten a lot bigger than it used to be, and sometimes I just can't spare the time. Time seems to drive everything these days. Around here, we're constantly looking for better ways to utilize our time and labor. But that doesn't always mean doing more with less. For example, I've got a bigger tractor than I've ever had. And my operating plan includes upgrading to larger equipment. Equipment that can handle more acres in less time. So I'm looking to Krause. Sure, we've had Krause products in the family for as long as I can remember. But I'm looking to Krause now because more than any other manufacturer, they specialize in the kind of big tillage equipment I need. My Krause dealer calls it big iron. Big enough for the number of horses I'm running and the number of acres I'm working. How's this for an example? This is the latest addition to my operation. It's the 5650 series field cultivator. Just look at the size of it. It's the largest in the series with a working width of 62 feet. 47 feet is as small as it comes, if you can call 47 feet small. At any size, it's the obvious choice for extra wide cultivation. And 125 inches of front to rear mainframe clearance means optimum high residue capability. You know, for an operation the size of mine, no other cultivator on the market makes as much sense. With the 5650, I only need one man and one tractor to work as many as 500 acres a day. The big walking tandems mean excellent field flotation, and I chose the heavy-duty two-piece K-tine, which is really the shank for conservation tillage systems. And thanks to what Krause calls their positive mechanical depth control system, I don't worry about unwanted working depth changes. When I do want to change the depth, there's an easy-to-use hand crank on each section. Finally, when I'm finished and ready to load the machine, the double fold design makes for an easy-to-manage transport height. Now, let me show you something else I've got my eye on. Here, this is it. The 2190 Spin Gang Tandem Disc. In 41 and 45 foot sizes, it's the biggest disc Krause offers. But you know, despite its size, it's still the easiest to transport extra wide disc on the market. Krause's unique Spin Gang design provides a lower roading height if needed. Just unpin and spin the wing gangs horizontally, and you're ready for transport or storage. You've got a folded height of under 15 feet, and there's no need for a more expensive, more complicated folding method. You'll appreciate the unit's narrow road width too. Try clearing a 14-foot wide gate with a competitive sized unit. Well, you can with a 41-foot 2190. But the best place to judge the 2190 series isn't on the road, it's in the field. Weight per foot of cut averages 445 pounds, which compares to what some manufacturers call their heavy series discs. And the 2190 is versatile enough to handle anything from fall primary tillage to seedbed preparation in the spring. If you were impressed with the versatility of the 2190, but you need something a little smaller, take a look at the 4990. The 4990 is one of the most popular discs in the country. In fact, there are probably more 4990s behind four-wheel drive tractors in America than any other disc. In addition to year-round adaptability, the 4990's 410 pounds per foot of cut will give you the strength to work deep, even in the toughest of conditions. And in sizes ranging from 28 feet to 36 feet, the 4990's ultra-rugged frame has more front-to-rear members and cross-bracing than competitive models. And if your soil type requires frequent leveling changes, here's something you'll really appreciate. With the 4990, you can plumb the tongue cylinder directly to a third valve on your tractor, allowing you to make on-the-go leveling adjustments directly from the cab. Rock Flex bearing arms are an option on all Krause discs, but on the 4990, they're standard equipment. Invented by Krause, Rock Flex bearing arms provide better residue flow while extending blade and bearing life by absorbing shock from rocks. And if your tillage challenges call for even more than the 4990 or the 2190 has to offer, take a look at what Krause calls heavy duty. The 2490 series tandem disc puts up to 645 pounds per foot of cut to work on your tough tillage. And they come as big as 36 feet wide, so you can really put that four-wheel drive tractor to work. And like the 2190, the 2490 series utilizes massive walking beam tandems on both the center and wings. This allows for smoother disking and improved roading performance. And with Krause's single location remote depth control, fine-tuning your depth adjustments couldn't be easier. The 2490 is an outstanding field performer. The heavy-duty A-frame hitch has built-in self-leveling and 2 cushion adjustment screws. And the rugged steel beam frame means years of productivity. Just like the 2190 and 4990, the 2490 has a new rocker shaft design. This design uses lift cylinders that act directly on the wheel arms, eliminating cast rocker clamps and linkages. And when you're ready to transport, the 3-section design hydraulically folds to a compact 16-foot roading width. You know, for primary tillage, we've always counted on Krause equipment. So I'm glad there's the 4000 series flex wing chisel, which in sizes up to 39 feet was designed with a large operator in mind. And with 100 inches of front to rear frame clearance, high residue is no problem. So you can work faster without worrying about plugging. There's a rear mounted rocker shaft so that rear mounted attachments don't cost you balance or stability. And the 4000 uses Krause's positive mechanical depth control to keep the unit in the ground and working level. Once the depth and side-to-side leveling are set, they stay set. So you can forget about the wing buckling you probably experienced with other brands. And for shanks, you can choose from spring cushion, rigid, or shear bolt protected. Now, the very next thing on my get list from Krause is a 5400 series folding grain drill. And I've looked around, I can tell you. But the fact is, there isn't a more versatile grain drill out there. I can use the 5400 to seed accurately in conditions from clean till to no till, so that when my management practice changes, my grain drill doesn't. Krause has designed the parallel linkage opener so it can penetrate heavy crop residues without the need for a front-mounted coulter. The coulter disc combination opener has a 16-inch coulter which cuts residue and opens the seed trench. Opposite that is the 13.5-inch smooth disc that finishes forming the seed trench. With Krause's cam stop depth control, I can set seeding depths in 1/4 of an inch increments, accurately and with just a simple lever action. In farming, more than any other business, time is money. You know that. So while we have a few minutes left, take a look at another family of products that are so efficient, they're sure to help you save a lot of time. You are probably familiar with the 6150 series Landsman. It's the best-selling one-pass tillage tool in America, and with good reason. In sizes up to 42 feet, the Landsman eats up acres fast. The Landsman performs disking, field cultivation, chemical incorporation, and finishing, all in one pass. And only the Krause Landsman offers you the choice of one rank of 270-pound point load shanks, XT270s, positioned ahead of the two-piece K-tine shanks for maximum performance in minimum till situations. And the 6150's rear finishing attachments are designed specifically for high residue conditions. With these new 3-row tine and reel or spike and reel harrows, residue is walked through the harrow instead of dragged and bunched. You just can't beat the Landsman for preparing a one-pass seedbed in minimum tillage situations. With so many tillage operations combined into one, you save labor, fuel, and more importantly, you save time. But if you want the very best seedbed possible, even starting out with untilled corn stalks and finishing in only one pass, you need the 6300 Landstar. Landstars can be equipped with all XT270 shanks, which are specifically designed for working in untilled soils. But the big Landstar difference is these unique incorporator wheels. After the shanks have performed their task, the Landstar wheels move soil laterally to level out shank marks. The wheels also mix and blend the soil and residue, thoroughly incorporating herbicides and creating the desired mulching effect. The result is the finest conservation quality one-pass seedbed possible. Now that's what I call efficiency. And you can count on that savings for years to come, because Krause only makes tillage equipment, no tractors or combines, just the longest lasting, best built tillage equipment that America has to offer. And Krause is still a family-owned business that's been at it now for 80 years and 3 generations. There you go. Thought you could use that. And as family business operators ourselves, that's something that we both can appreciate. If your family-operated business, like ours, can afford nothing less than excellent value for dollar and dependable, durable equipment, then look to Krause. Because if you've got the acres and the horsepower, Krause has the iron.
This video has been brought to you by your local Krause dealer. Call him today for all the facts on the Krause line. Or if you prefer, call Krause direct at 800-957-2873 to discuss your specific tillage or grain drill needs.